Hello friends, and welcome back to Disney's Animal Kingdom. Last week I explored the Oasis and Discovery Island for our walking tour, but today we are going to continue by going in towards Pandora. And Corey's with me now.
Hello.
So still located on Discovery Island, but on the bridge towards Pandora is Tiffin's and Nomad's Lounge. Now Tiffin's is a not a quick service, a sit-down dining location that is on the spendier side. It's a tapas style meal. And then Nomad's Lounge is a bar that you can sit at and wait for your dining reservation. It is themed after, what is it themed after? The Imagineers?
Yeah, basically they took a bunch of trips. Every time they had to make a new land or something, they would go and gather research at wherever that was, and it's just what they've collected from there.
And then the menu kind of reflects that at Tiffin's itself. Cool, let's head over the bridge. So we've officially entered into Pandora, the world of Avatar. We came over to the main bridge from Discovery Island. Now there's kind of several like nooks and crannies in here, all just to try to help make the land feel a little bit bigger. But there is also like one main path. That is what we are currently on. Now, if we were to head straight, it's going to take us to Navi River, which we'll head to in just a moment. But let's head to the right real quick. So we just took that right. And the reason I want to come over this way is because this is like the best view that you can get of the floating mountains. So if you want to get a family photo, this is the place to do so. And they've obviously noticed that because over here they have a photo pass photographer taking this shot. Now if I were to continue going that way, it would take me to Africa and Satuli Canteen and the fastest route to Flights of Passage. But let's head back that way and see where the main route goes. So if we stayed on the main path, right over here is one of the two restrooms here on Pandora. And if we keep heading straight over more to our right is where the drummers performance happens intermediately throughout the day. And then another sweet view of the floating mountains. And then if we just keep walking straight, it's going to run us into a Navi River journey, which is one of two of the attractions here in Pandora. So right here is the entrance to Navi River journey. Now there's two things I like pointing out from this location, and they're things that make this area really cool, like my favorite things about this area. One being the fact that the attractions don't have big signs with like the names of the ride necessarily. They just have the signs that say stand by and fast pass, because the signs are these big like tapestries that were like gifted to them. So I think like the theming's really cool, and it like, I don't know, it just makes you feel like you're there and part of it. Then secondly, these dang mountains. I will say it every time we come, but the mountains are just so incredible. So I think it's really cool that A, they were able to pull it off. B, no matter if it's sunny, rainy, cloudy skies, it always looks incredible. So like, way to go Disney. Now, as I mentioned, Pandora is kind of like a giant circle. So Navi River is back over there, and if we just keep following past this way, it runs us into Flights of Passage, as well as a giant waterfall and a nice like shaded area naturally by the floating mountains. Like the tapestry over at Navi River Journey, there's one here that looks like a giant banshee. That's so cool. So again, I just think theming's really well done. Way to go, love it. And if we just keep going on the path this way, we'll run into the food in the gift shop. We've made our way to a big like hub area of Pandora because right over there is Wind Traders, which is the main gift shop where you can buy a banshee, as well as that's the exit for Flights of Passage. Then behind the Amp Suit is Pongu Pongu, where you can get frozen beverages and that pineapple snack. And then over there, Satuli Canteen, our favorite restaurant, or at least quick service location, because you kind of get to build your own meal. It's like the Chipotle of Disney, where you get to create your own meal, and everyone leaves happy. Or at least I do.
Okay, but they just changed the menu. So Kelsey was just telling me how she doesn't love what they have
Okay,
left.
but I still, okay. I just need to find my new combination that I love. I still think it's a good price. I still think it's a good, like, the chicken's always really tasty. So, like, I still love it. I still recommend it anytime a guest asks me where they should eat while they're here. Now, I've pointed out a few things I really love about the land. Corey has something he really likes, which is...
You want to talk about the grate?
Yeah.
The RDA grates are still here.
Like this.
But everything that was left over from the RDA is rusted and bad.
Mm-hmm.
Amp suit and everything. and all of the new Alpha Centauri expedition stuff is clean.
Yeah.
So that's who's here now.
It's just kind of cool to make it feel aged. Yeah.
Building on the RDA stuff that's left over, if you've been in Flights of Passage, they show a quick clip of strip mining done by the RDA and their bad practices. The mine's over that way. That's how you would get there.
Oh, mine access road. Okay.
So
That's
it would
awesome.
be here, and this is where they would, like,
That's their cafeteria that they dine in.
basically that's the commissary, and then that's where they work.
Interesting. Now, one other thing I love in Pandora that not a lot of guests get to see is this wall that's back here with the handprints of humans and the Na'vi. It's just tucked back on the side of Pongu Pongu, so like not a lot of guests come over here to see that. So I think that's really cool. And then right across the way back here is the second restroom for Pandora. So there's one right next to the restaurant. That's great. So we came from this direction. Now we're gonna head straight this way. So it's kind of far away via the GoPro because of the fish lens, but off in the distance is the amp suit. We just came up this way. Now, if we were to take the right, we'd head back to that perfect photo spot I was talking about earlier. Now, if we head to the left instead, that's going to take us towards Africa and drop us out right by Festival Lion King. So if you're trying to exit the park for the day, you'll want to go that way. That's going to be fastest. But if you want to cut over to Africa, you'll want to go this way with us. Back on this path is a service dog relief area. So this is the second one we've seen so far in the park. We saw the one by First Aid and Baby Care, and now here in Pandora. And this is why we love taking this path. It is very infrequently used, so it's quieter, it's peaceful, and it just almost seems faster because you don't have to bob and weave through all the strollers and everything.
This is also where the theming for Pandora starts. When you come from Africa, everything is like really normal, and when you start to get this way, the rocks start to look weirder and weirder. That's because on Pandora, the mineral that makes up most of their rocks is highly magnetic. It's a superconductor, and it gets pulled that way, so everything starts stretching.
Pulling towards Pandora. Before we officially leave Pandora, I wanted to kind of talk about the two different attractions that they have. One is called Na'vi River Journey, the other one is Flight of Passage. Na'vi River Journey does not have a height requirement, and it is a slow-moving boat ride through the bioluminescent forest of Pandora, whereas Flights of Passage, the best way I can describe it or compare it is it's very similar to Soarin' over at Epcot, but that description does not do it justice.
Soarin', but with the Shanghai Tron ride vehicle and with like 8K graphics. It's really something.
It's incredible. So Flights of Passage is the more popular of the two, but if you can get any fast pass for Pandora, good for you, because you're going to be saving time during your vacation. Flights of Passage does have a height requirement, as well as not only does it have a height requirement for kids, but it also sometimes has a height requirement for adults, because if you're too tall, your legs can't get in there. There is a test vehicle outside. However, it is up to the cast members inside to have final say whether you can ride safely. Which is your favorite?
Flights.
Flight, hand down, Flights of Passage?
Yeah.
What would you say is the nice thing though about Na'vi River Journey?
It's cold.
Air conditioning?
Yeah. It's got a great animatronic in it. It's just nice to look at. It's pleasant.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. We just came from that direction, and just like that, our journey in Pandora is over, and we're here in like the back half of Africa. So let's go explore Africa.